because I think I'm going to leave, even though I don't really need the Traveler / necessarily like the Traveler's abilities, and it's not really going to synergize at all with my team. I'm going to need her for, well actually no, I don't really need her for Expedition and exploring the world because I'm in the desert. I don't really need Dendro in the desert. I've only just realized this. Maybe Beto can stay in the party. That's double Electro. Or I can keep Aether in the party. Double Hydro. This is all gonna change when Dia comes into the party or somebody else. Oh my god, speaking of someone else. Oh my word. So YouTube has started recommending me all these MDDs. MDs? I don't even know what it stands for. Of the California Girls meme. From, is it Friday the 13th? I think the game. I think I've got the right game. And they have a lot of Genshin memes where all the Genshin people do the California Girls dance from the game. And it's actually entertaining, even though it's the exact same thing over and over again, but just different ways. But there was one with El Haytham sitting in the middle. And then Kaveh? I don't remember how to pronounce his name. His roommate from the Academia dancing around him. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious to watch. But I haven't seen him before. We've only had him referenced in-game. So I actually probably want to get him. I mean, depending on his playstyle, let's face it, that's probably the bigger factor. But he looks really cool. Skinny like all these bloody boys. Twig-ass motherfuckers. But he looks really cool. So here's one on the agenda. Plus Dia, plus El Haytham. So we've got our work cut out for us going ahead with regards to characters. And I kind of want Dia because it's been so long since I've had Pyro in my party. Like, have I ever had a dedicated Pyro person in my party? Xiangling doesn't count because she was never a dedicated person in my party.
Be still.
Diluc was never dedicated. He was only there briefly. Oh, that's right, Bennett. I think Bennett. Oh, Yanfei. No, Yanfei was after Bennett. So, yeah, probably Yanfei. Jesus, that was back at Liwa, wasn't it? I gave up on her pretty quickly. I hated her stun. Well, it's horrible. What have I got? Oh, I've still got several minutes. I can do a few more rounds of this. Can you just give me more? I mean, for Christ's sake, I'm putting a lot of effort into here. Like, Jesus, do you want to give me some extra benefit? Like, I may as well just do this on an easy difficulty and just smash through it quicker. For all the extra rewards I seem to be getting for doing this on a harder difficulty, this is so silly.
Mind the daily.
He kept flying away from me. That's rude.
Scatter! Germinate!
Cascade.
Power that ended high shot! Wind, hear me!
Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I've kind of said all I feel like saying for the moment. I'm just zoning out while I spam for this. This is usually why I don't bother recording this kind of thing. Because I'm not particularly social while doing it, and I just completely zone out. It's not exactly fun, so... Yeah. So with the scarabs, I originally just followed the interactive map that's online to try and find the scarabs in the desert. And can I just say what an absolute shit show that was? Because you can't tell from this interactive map which ones are above ground and which ones are below ground. So you kind of just got to go to the destination and like hope that there's a scarab where you go. So needless to say, I didn't get too many scarabs the first time around. I was like, oh shit, I can wait 48 more hours if I can do this again. This is so silly. Second time around, I actually was not going to do that. So I looked online and found a map that was not technically just 4 pictures that gave you a guide of the order that you should look for the scarabs in. It was very handy. It was like, here's your starting point, here's your ending point, you should pick up X number of scarabs on this journey. I couldn't find all of the ones on their journey, because they kind of don't like populate in on the screen until you're really close. So they might have wandered off and I didn't really look in the right direction. So I was short a few scarabs after following that plan, but it was so much quicker following that route than just going to every single scarab on the map. Oh, hey. Trying to hope for the best. Definitely much more practical. So that is those are the 4 pictures I'll be following again for the next round. Although I only need a handful. By handful I mean half the map's worth of scarabs. What did I say? 18? But yeah, it made it slightly less tedious. I mean slightly because it's still freaking tedious. I'll try and find these stupid things that may or may not be on the map where they're supposed to be because the damn things move. But at least I know I can get them. I generally know where they're hanging out, I guess, for lack of a better word. Which landforms they cling to.
Mind the deluge.
Eyes on me! Full is blood! Wind, hear me! Scatter!
Be still.
By all means, walk into my circles. Take the extra damage. I'm certainly not going to complain. Thank you. Alright, Candace. Shall I start with you or shall I start with something? No, I should start with Candace. We've already started with her, so we may as well use her as the forerunner at this rate. Even though she's a sub DPS. Actually, she's sub support. Candace, talents. Level up. Yeah, okay, we didn't get enough. Oh. Guess we're gonna use some more resin. I need 4 more. It's typical. Bloody typical. Okay, that's great, except for the fact that I will get enough resin to do this 3 times, so I guess I'm doing it 3 more times. Although I'm gonna have to do it a bunch more times anyway to get the level up materials for Sino, because he needs to go through exactly what Candace just went through in regards to level up materials, so... Why did it have to be so tedious? Oh, and if I don't get them today, I have to wait till... Sunday? Sunday? We probably shouldn't be standing here doing this, but whatever, we're here now. Yeah, Sunday. Oh, shit, we're here now. You may as well. No, we're not going to steal those from Candace. We'll just have to do you again later, sir.
Propagate! Germinate!
I might do it before I go to bed, even though that's not exactly helping me get rested in time to sleep or whatever. I don't really feel like more mind-numbing activities when I come back. I really want to get to the Archon quest, you know? The writing has really improved for Sumeru, and I'm pumped to finish the storyline, to finish helping Nahida, to finally... Is this the boss battle with Scaramouche? I'm pretty sure this is the boss battle with Scaramouche. Could be wrong though, because it's not like I have watched much in the way of materials for this. Actually, I haven't watched any materials for this event. Not event, this update, that's what I'm looking for. I haven't really seen anything, so I don't really know what's going to be in it. I swear the Scaramouche fight's in it. Which is kind of what I want my new team to see how they go into boss battle. They're going to get absolutely trounced, especially if Sano has this shit defense again. I've gone down 10 since I started leveling these characters. 10 of my fragile resins. Sheesh. That's a lot of resin I'm going through. Well, I have to do it at least once more, but I suppose I could do it once more and do it later. Nah, let's just do both now. Get it over and done with. What is your defense at, Sino? What's yours at? Jesus Christ. To be fair, you are lacking a level, but I don't think that's even going to help you, dude. We've got to get you better artifacts, but that's not going to happen. We need to level your artifacts, really.
Scatter! Spring forth!
Cascade. Kamisato up. Suiyu.
Go with blood! I swear by my sword!
You know, so you can bludgeon me with that tail as an attack, but you choose not to, which seems like a shortcoming on your part. You're not using all the resources available to you.
Be still. Mind the deluge.
Probably shouldn't have done that. That's wasteful.
Scatter!
One more for this sitting before I leave, and not that that matters to you. It's going to go straight into the story quests, I'm sure. Oh, it's putting me to sleep. Another reason why I don't like recording these. Oh, but the trade-off was that I only got one blue as a result. Okay, that's kind of shit. Oh, this is just so pleasing me. I need the blue for Sino. But maybe Candace needs the purple, I don't know. I mean, I kind of max out Jean because she needs Storm Terror level up materials, which is absolutely not happening. Wait, does she need a level as well? Jean, talents, literally anything. No, I can do it without leveling. I just need to do a bajillion of those because all three require one of each. Yuck. How gross. Ooh, this is going to be slow because I accidentally used my Q ability into the lost battle. Oh well. Such is life.
Go with blood! Barbados! Guide us!
Better late than never.
Kamisato up. Suiyu.
To ashes!
There we go.
Hear me.
One down, one to go. I'm gonna miss Aether if I decide to take him out of my party. It's so much fun.
Scatter!
Be still.
Alrighty, that pain is done. Let me go exercise to wake up. Ugh. Out. Hey, we got 3 that time. Wow, finally. Candace. There you go, boo. We really did not get much in the way of blue. Oh, you still need blue. Oh my god, how many levels of blue do you need, girl? I don't want to keep fighting these stupid creatures. They suck. But you need so many. So each need 9. That's 27 minus the 5 I already have. No, 2 I already have. It's 25? Candace, ain't nobody got the time or patience for that shit. Plus Sinos. Oh my god. This is just brutal. Absolutely brutal. I hate that they brought out 2 characters at the same time that use the same level up materials. That's a big misstep. It's one thing to double up with level up materials, but to bring them out at the same time? Are you crazy? Oh, this is horrible. I'm not enjoying that at all. I hate leveling up characters. It sucks. It really, really sucks. Here I am buffing her attack. Really not a concern right now. Oh shit, you have like 0 in the way of elemental mastery. Bruh, your elemental attacks are gonna suck, which is also why you're supposed to be on the field, but I guess it's not really going to work for you. Too bad. So I did not end up playing through the story quests like I'd planned on the last day that I played because my throat hurt, because I still haven't recovered from my cold. Oh my god, it's been a month and my health has been absolutely shite since I had that cold. I just can't shake the mucus in my throat. And now I have hay fever. It's just like, come on world, can you please give my health a break? I'm kind of over it. But in any case, since we didn't do it that day, we're doing it today. However, that was 2 days ago, so 48 hours has passed, so I was able to fully level Masano. So he is level 80. I haven't obviously been able to level up the remainder of his artifacts. I got this to 6, plus 6, sorry, and then I got this to, where are we? So no, I'm blind, there, plus 5, because I just don't have any artifacts to level them up with. So he's still got some work to do, but not much I can do about that. At the moment, it's more of a long-term goal. As for talents, I spent all this morning leveling up his talents from 1 through to 6. It has been a time-consuming process. Gotta love the repetition. Woot. Yay, go team. Candace, however, I didn't get hers up that extra level because I was busy focusing on Sino, and I'm kind of just over it right now. I sort of figured he was a better priority since he's my main DPS and she's only his support, so I felt more comfortable focusing on his talent soupsies. It's not the button I wanted. So, in regards to Candace, she has an HP pool of 23,000, which is, as I said, not my highest. It's my second highest, but that's what her elemental abilities scale off, so I'm pretty happy with that total. Sino has an attack of 2,100. He is my highest attack. He even beats Aether, who does my most damage. So to be fair, his most damage comes from the elemental damage. But yeah, he's only on 1,800, so I'm pretty happy that he's on 2,100 or 2,100, even without the artifacts fully leveled. So I am content with where we're at. So it is time to change these two into my party. However, I still haven't really figured out the party that I want, because I kind of wanted Dia as a pyro in the party, but she's not in the game yet, which is really frustrating. And I kind of feel like I need to keep the Traveler in for exploration in Sumeru, but I'm in the desert, so I don't really need her at the moment. But then we keep going back to Sumeru jungle, forest, damn it, to do some stuff. So I'm really undecided. Let's go put Candace here.
I promise to keep you safe.
Put Sino here.
Who's our next target?
So you're my indecisive spot. You're so useful with your Q ability. The way that the electricity just bounces off the enemies that you hit with every hit. That was very useful when I used Aether. I think I'm just going to put the Traveler in for now.
There's still a long road
And if I end
ahead.
up not needing her for exploration, I'll put Beta back in. I could leave Aether in, but I've already got a DPS. I don't really need a second DPS. I just need the elemental reactions. And it's kind of useless having her after the two she would react with, but whatever. Whatever. I'd like to look at somebody else for a change. So we're going to look at Candace. And of course, unless I level Kuki, which I cannot be bothered to do. I had an interest in doing it originally, but now I'm like, ugh, I just spent all my resources leveling these two up. So there's no point even trying for her right now. Jean's always going to be my healer. So we'll leave that at that. So here we go. We're finally running around with Candace. I still don't like this halo thing on the back of her head, but oh well, we'll be stuck looking at for hours on end now. So I really want to continue with this, but don't have time. So we're going to start from Tignani's storyline, which we've already started because it unfortunately conflicted with the Archon quest at the time. So we've partially started his. I don't remember what it was about, but we partially started his. The start of contamination. You hear about the contaminated region of sorts from Catherine. Time to ask Tignani about the matter. It was Catherine who was tied up. I needed her to be untied up. That's what it was. So, to Gandharvaville, and let's go speak to the man himself, and let's get these stories done. I'm just gonna, suffer from allergies along the way, so please bear with me. Oh, he's in Kolei's house. Wait. Is that Kolei's house, or is it actually his house? I don't even remember. I'm gonna figure out how to fight with you two. That'll be interesting. Hello.
This is where you've been, Kainari? That's...
Shh. Keep your voice down.
Who's the kid?
Tainari, Everything's spinning.
The only Yara I know is from Last of Us Part 2.
Am I going to die? Tell Mom that I should have listened to her.
Well, kid, I hope you learned your lesson. Whatever that lesson may be.
And tell Suna that I'm sorry for breaking her toy. I didn't tell her because I was scared that she wouldn't play with me anymore.
Well, kid, that's called the consequences of your actions.
Tainari, I heard that people turn into birds after they die. Is that true? I feel like I'm getting lighter.
I mean, I hate to shit on a kid who thinks that he's dying. I don't know if he actually is dying or whether he's being melodramatic or not. I don't understand the situation, but like, he didn't listen to his mother, and as a result, something bad has happened because he thought he knew better. And he broke his friend's thing and was too much of a coward to own up to it. You're not really looking really redeeming right now, Yara.
What happened? Tainari, is he?
Okay, enough nonsense.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was just being bloody
You
melodramatic.
just have a small fever.
Damn child.
Take your medication and rest. You'll be bouncing off the walls in no time.
Really? Then can you keep the thing about the toy a secret for now?
Confess, you coward.
No can do. You're a big kid now. Once you've recovered, go and apologize. Keeping secrets to yourself won't solve anything.
Oh.
Hey, let me ask you something. I recall that you're usually pretty healthy. How did you get this sick all of a sudden?
I've got to say, I don't know that his voice actor really matches him or the game. I don't. There's just something about it. It's just it stands out, not in a good way. It doesn't seem to mesh with the other voice acting.
I don't know.
Sort of shit. It's not his skills, just his voice as a whole.
Mom's been telling me not to play in the forest. I just wanted to look inside.
And that's how they all die.
It's different from before. I got lost and went around in a huge circle.
Oh, gee, did you maybe wonder why your mother told you not to play in the forest?
After I got out, I started feeling dizzy.
Again, these are the consequences of your action, child.
Could it be?
The contaminated region?
So that's how this whole mess happened. Anyway, go rest. No running around until I say so, got it? Traveler, Paimon, let's step out for now.
You leave the room with dignity. I don't care how his name's
Mr.
pronounced. I
Forest
can't do
Watcher,
it.
how is my son?
So I just gotta bullshit his name for the rest of it.
I gave him some antipyretics. Let him rest here for a while.
What the heck is an antipyretic?
I told him that he would feel better after some medicine and rest, but I only said that to comfort him.
Oh, he actually is dying.
His
Oh dear.
symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them. They seem more akin to a disruption in his psyche. Antipyretics won't be of much use.
What do we do? Mr. Forest Watcher, you have to help him.
Now, Mr. Forest Watcher probably makes more sense in an Asian language with their honorifics and shit, but it doesn't make sense in English.
If memory serves, a plant called Vasanti grass can help soothe the mind.
Because we don't call people by their titles in that sense. We call people by their names. Vasanti grass. Do I know what that is? Probably.
A small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weeds, but can be revitalized with a splash of water.
God, they sound like miracle plants.
They're expensive and unable to grow in the Avidya forest's climate, so I don't have any on hand.
Is this a gatherable in the desert? Because if so, I might have it. If it's not, probably not.
I'll ask the caravans. Go find Kale, have her prepare medicinal tools and a set of traveling gear for me.
All right. Thank you.
Contaminated region, huh? Is that why you two are also here?
I assume that's what Catherine told me, but to be honest, it was so long ago, I have zero recollection.
Yep. Is it a new withering zone?
Doesn't seem like one. Whether you look at scale, internal conditions, or resultant effects, they're completely different.
So there are no similarities at all? It's a bit unlikely.
The only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance made itself home in the Avidya forest, so I can't turn a blind eye.
We feel the same way.
All right. Let's contact the caravans first and purchase some Vasanti grass. We can also ask about the contaminated region.
I'm sorry, there was something about the way he said Vasanti grass that just is hilarious to me. Because he's changed his vowel sounds, which I know happens in the English language, but I'm just used to Americans. Grass, Vasanti grass. But it was Vasanti grass. It just, the change of the A just amused me.
There's no
I'm sorry
time
if
to
I just
waste.
offended some
We
people,
have
but
to
it
move
sounded funny
quickly.
when he said it.
Let's go.
I don't know why that was so amusing to me. Anywho, buy it from a traveler. Okay, so it's obviously not a collectible I can. We're here. A collectible I can gather if I have to purchase it from somebody. Merzipiti. Hello, sir. Mahir.
Excuse me. I'd like to purchase some Vasanti grass. Do you have any?
I'm sorry, Mr. Forest Watcher, but we've been closed for the past few days.
Why?
Closed? Now that's odd. It's my first time hearing you say something like that.
It's a long story. Some of our goods were stolen recently.
The Vasanti grass, perchance? What a coincidence.
They were mechanical parts that we got
Oh,
from the
okay
academia.
then.
Although they're old models, they still fetch a good price on the market.
Did the academia steal them back?
Our caravans had to pull together more to afford those parts. Now that they've been lost, we'll likely come up short this trip.
But wouldn't you want to sell more of your goods to at least make some money back?
All the merchants talked it over, and we decided to raise the prices of
Oh,
our
dear
remaining
God.
inventory. Until this plan takes effect, none of us can privately sell anything.
I don't get it. If these goods are so important, then why not think of a way to get them back? Raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you're shoving the consequences of the robbery onto your customers.
Exactly. I know everyone complained about there being no music in the back of some of these dialogue scenes, but I think we're a little dramatic for this scene right now. Thank you, Samara City.
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's not that we don't want to. It's just the thief disappeared into the deepest parts of the forest.
Ooh, so the thief may have been caught in this not withering zone.
We asked around, and apparently the forest has been very unusual as of late. Anyone who goes in experiences mental anomalies. We can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out. All we could do is come up with another solution.
Yeah. The sacrifice of your customers.
So the bandit hid in the contaminated region after stealing those mechanical parts.
Did he know that the contaminated region was quite so bad? Was this intentional or accidental?
How many people were there in total? Were they not affected by the contaminated region?
That crook came from the contaminated region. As for how many, there weren't any people.
No people?
Even if I tell you, you might not believe me. Fine. The thief that stole our parts was a huge mechanical crab.
Say what now? Okay, that's new. Would explain why the contaminated zone doesn't affect it.
What the heck? The Avidia Forest has creatures like that?
Is it that crab? Didn't see any of the Avidia Forest field guard.
To be honest, I'd rather not think about it. It moved too skillfully to be new at this. It came out of nowhere. Before we could react, it swiped our goods and ran away.
How big is this crab?
We were all shocked. By the time we came to our senses, the thief was already long gone.
I see. If we help you retrieve your stolen goods, then business will return to normal?
Oh, but of course! Not only that, but you'll become one of our caravan's VIPs on all future purchases of any...
Dignity's like, no, pass.
Enough. Tell me something that's actually useful. Any leads on that mechanical crab?
Maybe one. After our goods were stolen, we specifically got someone to assess the situation.
Who's the someone?
If you're interested, you can go and talk to them.
Okay, who are they?
All right.
Are they an interesting character or are they pleb like you? Ah, I see. Gather nearby information. Akash.
After the goods were stolen, I made multiple inquiries with nearby caravans and residents. It turns out that many others have also been robbed by that crooked crab. However, the crab only seems to be interested in machinery. It doesn't even bat an eye at other valuables.
So is it acting under its own steam? Haha, pun intended. Or is the person who created it controlling it to make more with the mechanical parts?
The caravan carrying a large amount of Mora had an uneventful trip, but another caravan had a child whose metal toy was taken.
No, what was the child?
Whatever the case, that thing is a scourge. We'll eventually think of a way to get rid of it.
Eventually, he says. Abdor.
That mechanical crab is fast, strong, and a pain to deal with. 10 of us might not even be able to take that thing head on.
Yeah, but how big is it? I don't think anyone's really answered that question.
Didn't academia ban research on mechanical life forms years ago?
Did they?
Where did that thing come from?
No idea.
Our salaries even got slashed because of it. Who would have thought that that robber wasn't a human, but a mechanical crab? This is rough.
Sounds it. Who was my third witness? You. Caden.
I heard from the caravanners that there have been a lot of robberies lately, but we haven't been affected.
Well, you don't have any machinery parts, so duh.
We don't normally see the mechanical crab, and it doesn't disturb our daily lives. It only shows up when the caravans are here, and it runs back to the contaminated region after it's done making a mess.
You haven't tried capturing it?
We have, but it's too agile and fast. However, we did unexpectedly learn something the last time we tried to capture it. It apparently lives in the deepest part of the forest. So instead of immediately moving its spoils, it first hides them nearby. Once its stash grows large enough, it moves everything in one go. You'll have to move fast if you want those goods back.
Okay. I sort of feel like a lot of time has passed, but sure.
How are things? Did you make any progress?
Not really, no.
We learned of its behaviors, but much still remains unclear. Assuming normal operational status, mechanical constructs generally act according to their given commands. If I were its owner, I'd command it to steal more valuable things. Or the Mora you made. That would be the most efficient method.
But maybe this person doesn't consider it stealing, but if he stole the more valuable things, he would consider that as stealing. This sounds like a childlike mind.
But it only goes after mechanical components. This doesn't make any sense.
Right. It's really weird.
Yeah, well, I think the culprit's going to be really weird in the end, so that makes sense.
So, you all found a way to retrieve our goods?
Well, part of, no, we didn't find out anything important. Did you not understand, sir?
Do you have any more mechanical parts with you?
Oh, you want to bait it?
Yes, I still have a small bag of samples. They weren't taken since I keep them on me at all
Well,
times.
guess what, sir? You're about to lose them.
Oh.
Yeah, he connected the dots.
Under constant external conditions, organisms rarely initiate changes in their habits. Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition, it lives in the contaminated region, and it comes out to steal mechanical components. If we have said components, we can lure it out, capture it, and then make observations for further conclusions. Well, chatting like this won't get us anywhere. We're only wasting time.
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours, Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our goods back, the caravans will reward you generously.
With what money?
We don't need anything in return, but I'll be keeping this bag. I may have other uses for it later.
So even if we get it back, he's going to keep it? Okay.
We'll also need to borrow a sumpter beast.
Oh no,
Our
the
act
sumpter
has to be
beast.
convincing if we want the crab to fall for it.
Can the crab really discern between a trap and a sacrifice?
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. If it means getting our things back, you can even borrow me to do whatever you need.
No, thank you.
I'll have to decline that offer.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll use the mechanical components and sumpter beast to pose as a transiting caravan and lure out the crab. Once it appears, capture it. I leave the timing to you.
Don't worry.
Capture it with what? What do I have to capture a mechanical crab with? Plus, no one can tell me how big the damn thing is. It sounds like a real ill thought out plan. Where my part's going to get stuffed up. Oh well. That sounds like Tiglani's problem, not mine.